Time to play some Endless Super Expert. So that is what we're gonna do. That is the plan. Hope you're having a good Thursday out there. No, Friday. Today's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. There we go. It's getting hung up on YouTube, but now it looks like it's working. Oh, people, what's going on? Cameron, Super Trucker J, and Erica G. Hope you're having a great Friday out there. Hope you're having a great Friday. What's going on, Eric? Hello, Nat. Nat is where it's at. Good morning, Kev. There you are, Nat. All right, hit that like button. Let's get it started. What's going on, Albert? Nice to see you. Hey, shout out Erica G. Played the Shellboat Jump course. How you doing, Erica? What's up, Adeline? Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here. All right, we got one clear. We actually gained a life. 18 months subbed on Twitch today. Thank you so much, Super Trucker J, for the support. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. What's going on, Sebastian, Brandon, and Adeline? Happy Friday, Adeline. It's Friday. It is Friday. 31 lives, 1 clear. Super Expert continues. 9-9, the final level. Yikes. I thought 8-8 was the final. 16 people been here. 1 person liked it. 42-second world record. Yosh. Whew. Another Yosh. Oh, buddy. All right, this is interesting. Not your typical platformer here. What's going on, Philly Dog parents? Good morning to you. All right, the rare one-shot. Sorry, Yosh. But we needed the one-up. The rare Super Expert one-shot. All right, that's a good way to start. Good way to start. 32 lives, 2 clears. Thanks for the GG, Adeline and Erica G. No damage allowed here. Thanks, Fairly Dodd Parents. Oh gosh, now we have uncleared. Hope you have a great day too, Super Trucker J. Thanks, Eric, Nat, hi Taylor, and hello, Peter. 6 people been in, nobody liked it, nobody cleared it. What? Since it's not cleared, well, I'll try this outside the run. But to have 2 clears and over 30 lives, very rare. So let's try to be smart with it. Little super expert here, Fairly Dodd Parents. There we go. Oh no, a clerical error. That's frustrating, Super Trucker J. What's my super expert world record? I think my personal best is 16. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, we made it that time. Maybe I should jump over? Gotta hold out another week. That's tough, Super Trucker J. Yeah, I can just go over. I should have followed through with what I said. Late jump seems to work there. So if I do like this. Well, okay. The uncleared ended up kind of being a red herring. Made me think it was going to be something it wasn't. I don't think it was bad. I just misjudged it. What's going on? All disc. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, that shouldn't have been a super expert. I agree, Fairly Dodd Parents. Thanks, Albert. All right, what's going on, Paul? How are you, buddy? Hope things are going well for you. 31 lives, 2 clears. Chapter. That's a Z. We're not going to get too much notice. What's up, I am him. This is Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. You still playing Skip? Definitely. In fact, I'm probably going to skip this and play it outside the run as well. Because this run is off to such a great start. Want to give us... Now, wait, what does that say our best is? 16? No, 17. Okay. So that's my best for Super Expert. We're trying to beat 17 with skips. And the problem with Super Expert is oftentimes the levels... I'd say they average taking me about 10 attempts. So that means after 3 levels, I'll be out of 1-ups. Let's try again. Okay. Understood. All right. Oh. Gosh, this is really tough. What's up, Max? It's actually really tough if you ground pound from the beginning. What's up, JR? It's closer. It's closer. Meant spell skip. And the answer is, right now, all I'm playing is Endless Super Expert with as many skips as I can possibly do. That's the current format. Short visit. You gotta get your daughter from summer school. Okay. Good luck to you, Albert. Shout out to your daughter. Oops. Yeah, this one's definitely super expert. What? Maybe do I not even press the jump button? I don't know about this one, chat. I don't think it's a bad level, but I'd rather get a little more variety and then get locked into a 30-minute speedrun grind, at least for the moment. It's a tough one, JR. No work today, Taylor. No work today. 30 lives, 2 clears. Let's try this again. What's up, Ty? Time attack. Crystal coin cavern. I need 20 of them. Thing is, I don't know the route. And one on the ice. Yeah. No thanks. That's a pass. Let's see about caved in. There you go. Nice. Taylor's got Fridays off. Okay. See you later with this. Looks like a speedrun of some kind. Hello, Munir. Hello, Fernando. 84 people been here. 10 people liked it. 51-second world record. This looks like a level we should try. Let's see if there's any help in the translation. It says the adventure isn't over yet. Head to the world of Mario Bros. 3. Okay. All right. Sebastian likes Super Expert, thinks the levels are usually well designed. Interesting. Hello, Dave. The one-way scares me a little bit. Okay, I guess not. There we go. How do I do this? What? Okay, then. I thought it seemed a little too straightforward to be in Super Expert. There's some of that great design Sebastian was talking about. Mario and the Blazing Fast Train. Let's see what this one's about. 127 people been here. 14 people liked it. 17-second world record. Not a fast one. The P-switch is already going here. Okay, another great one. Another very nice, well-designed Super Expert level like Sebastian was talking about. That's what you get in Super Expert. Okay, here's something interesting. 102 people been here. 13 people liked it. 2-second world record. It's a pixel perfect jump that also requires near perfect timing. Okay, let's explore some of this incredible Super Expert design outside the run. We'll give it a couple tries, see if we can sneak in there. Got any plans for the weekend? I do not, JR. Just the usual. Just the usual. What's up, Ray Ray? Hello, Hornfell. That jump is already so tough without the munches. I need to go as they're moving to the right. Like that. I guess not right away. But got the Switch too. We're playing on it right now. So the load time's a little faster, thankfully. Yeah, these are so tough without the ground pound. It's tough enough in New Soup when you can ground pound. It's not too far off. That's very far off. If the attempts keep looking like that, we won't bother. That's closer. If we can at least make it look possible. I have to have more confidence, though. I can't adjust both ways. That was great. That might have almost been it, even if I just had timed it right. See, I was drifting to the right. I have to get my momentum to a perfect stop so I fall in a perfectly straight line. What are my thoughts on it? I don't, honestly, it's tough because I'd love for there to be a platformer game for me to judge it by and be like, oh my goodness, the new Donkey Kong game alone makes it worth having a Switch 2. But right now, the only games I have for it is Mario Kart and the Welcome Tour, and I had a rough first impression of both of them. And this is why we are skipping in Super Expert right here. This is the magical world, oh, that was close, of Super Expert. But one thing I definitely like that Mario Maker 2 loads faster. I really like that. I think that's great. But I can't help but be a little salty that of every time Nintendo has ever released a console of any kind through my entire lifetime, they've always launched it with a Mario platforming game. Every single time. Every single time. For an entire lifetime, almost 40 years old. And this is the first time that when a new Nintendo comes out, I've been a streamer for 5 years. So if there was ever a time, it would have been so nice for them to release a Mario game like they do every single time for 25 years. It would have been real nice for them to continue that pattern this time. But for one reason or another, they did not. And so, it puts me in this awkward spot where I do have the Switch 2, but I almost wouldn't know it yet. Do you see what I'm saying? Kind of a bizarre situation. We'll give this 5 more tries, and then we will just move on. And if you're wondering, why do you skip, Pat? Here's a great reason. How long you want to see me do this as a viewer? Is this captivating? We've got 3 more tries here. No good. One more try. Okay. Not this time. At least we didn't lose it in the run. "28 lives, 2 clears." Here we go. Jump, jump, park. All jumps or no jumps? Let's hope it's all jumps. I don't see how this is possible. I have to get a Z jump from here, I guess? Wow. Okay. What is my favorite food? Probably pizza. Love pizza. Tough to beat pizza. A little early. Yeah, that's good morning, Jess. That's the magic of Super Expert. We have a maximum of 3 attempts if we want to try to maintain the life count. All right. I guess we'll try this one outside the run. Little breeze through Super Expert here. Little breeze through Super Expert here. What type of pizza? I ain't picky. Cheese is great with me. Thank you for the heart and the share, Jess. Gotta mow the lawn today. Shout out to anyone out there with a ride-on mower. Boy, am I jealous of you. Okay, that's not gonna work. Get to here. All right. Cool level. I can't go too early there. What's up, Lewis? That part I don't get. I don't get how I'm supposed to stall there. Hello, Alex. Aha. Huh. You got the self-propelled mower. Made things so much easier. That sounds amazing, Jess. The self-propelled mower. I guess I'm not supposed to go right away? After 5 years, you finally got a small air conditioner. It's supposed to come tomorrow right at the heat wave start, and hopefully it works well. There you go, Erica. Nothing better than air conditioning. Boy, do I love the AC. I absolutely adore air conditioning. How did I do that one time? How did I make that work? See, what I started doing here is a full jump, and the timing works if I just hold the jump button. Here we go. Almost. Oh, that's almost it. All right. But once again, you're seeing how many lives this is taking. Even if it's a short, somewhat reasonable level, if it takes more than 3 lives in Super Expert, you're cooked. How did that happen? That's the first. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. Do I like pineapple on pizza? I don't mind it. I think one of the silliest things to care about in life is what someone else puts on their pizza. If there's one topic that I think is truly ludicrous to have a strong, passionate opinion about, it's got to be pizza toppings. There is something missing in my brain in order to appreciate whatever it is that's behind Whatever it is that drives that sort of strong opinion, it is missing from my DNA. It is missing from my neurological network because I can't think of much that I could care any less about. I can't think of too many things that could matter any less to me than what someone puts on their pizza. Yeah, you go on the internet and you would think that based on the attention that topic gets, that it was one of the most important things society has to address is what people put on their pizza. And I think that's just a great little snapshot into the dysfunctional situation we're in here. The very dysfunctional situation we find ourselves in 2025. The age of disinformation and opinion sharing that the likes of which has never been seen in history. In all of human history, we've never had this level of sharing and caring about absolutely meaningless opinions. Truly meaningless. Meaningless by the dictionary definition. What you think about what someone else puts on their pizza, it couldn't mean any less. If there was like a hierarchy, it would be at the very bottom. At the very bottom. On a functional level. And that is one of many things like it. Oops, I meant to like it. Speaking of like it. Okay, we'll go back to the run. Hello, CTA. Congratulations, Fish. You got married. People care about all types of stuff, Erica G. Thanks, Ty, Pat, JR, Peter. No, that was a great level. I agree. It's just unfortunate how many lives it took. Thanks, Nicole, Fess, and Erica. There you go, Abby. Yeah, if you're sharing the pizza, then it's functional. Then I can get down with having a strong opinion. No doubt about it. Peter's saying the same thing. But good gracious, people. Good gracious. People and opinions. The egos that exist today, they're able to be inflated to a degree that people actually think their little narrow-minded, their little uninformed opinion actually means something. They actually believe it. They are self-deceived. Many, many people self-deceived into believing their completely meaningless, worthless opinion actually has bearing on the universe around them. And the truth is, it has no bearing whatsoever. It means nothing. It means less than nothing, actually. All right, 25 lives, 2 clears. We're playing on the Switch 2 here, Dano. Like everything except anchovies. Most of the time, you just stick with pepperoni. There you go. Gotta order enough for all. There you go. And Charlie wants a whole pizza. There you go. Now that I can get down. There's an opinion I can get down with. Oh, I feel a little cheated. Have you ever been to Texas? I have not. I'd go, though. I would love to go. I wonder. Let's see. I'm gonna find out something. In Texas, let's compare. What's the average housing cost in Texas versus Massachusetts? That's where I'm at. Let's see. I'm just curious. Average housing cost in Texas is significantly lower. Approximately $351,000. Massachusetts, the average is $559,000. Can you even get your brain around that, people? This is the average home price. Average home price in the state of Texas, $351,000. Average home price in Massachusetts, $559,000, over $200,000. And look at this, with median sale prices in Greater Boston reaching $961,250. Imagine California. Let's see. Let's see what California. Okay, sorry, Bogues. I'll call you Bogey. Got to check out Houston. What's up, William? Washington, $658,000. California is 829,000, bro. 829,000 in California. Oh my gosh, bro. We're never gonna get vacation again, people. If you ever wanted a house, just get ready to work your whole life right into an early grave. Welcome to 2025. Here we are. Got a checkpoint. That's a triple jump somehow? Oh. You have to get lucky there. Did you see the part of the spring that's moving back and forth really quickly? You have to literally get lucky and happen to land on it in the small window of time when it's moving left to right, which is not really anything you can control. So not my favorite type of challenge. I thought I was going to commit with the checkpoint, and I'm instantly being punished for that strategical choice. Or just strategic? Probably just strategic choice. Jen saying the Texas resident, think unfair comparison, because it depends on where you live in Texas. Unfair. Well, that's the thing, Jen. That's why I did average home price, because to me that addresses the fairness. That gives you literally it. To me, that is the fair version because it factors in the cheapest housing along with the most expensive housing. You know what I mean? What would be a more fair way to compare? Compare the most expensive place in Texas versus the most expensive place in Mass? I feel like that would be an unfair representation. Or the other way around, to compare the lowest price to the lowest in Texas, that also wouldn't seem fair. To me, but I'm interested to hear what a more fair way to be would be. But to me, that is the representation of fairness. Factor in the entire housing market in both states. What's going on, Erica? You see, all these gave 100 bits. No, I didn't see the bits. Thank you. Thank you so much for the bits. Thanks for the support. Sorry, you are amazing. Thanks for the support. Woo! Thanks for the support. Unfair isn't the right word. Okay, well, I can only go by what you're saying. What's going on midnight? Comparing the median? Well, that's what I got. The numbers I just read. Here's word for word what I just read. Texas, median home price, approximately $351,700. The average rent for a two-bedroom apartment is around $1,316 per month. Texas has a housing cost index of 88.2, indicating it is 11.8% below the national average. Now here's the Massachusetts median home price range. Approximately $559,312 for a typical single-family home, with median sale prices in Greater Boston reaching $961,250. The average rent for a two-bedroom apartment, around $2,333 per month, one of the highest in the U.S. The housing cost index. Massachusetts has a housing cost index of 106% higher than the national average, reflecting significantly higher housing expenses. More likely, average is skewed. Be more fair in a similar metropolitan size? I don't understand what you're suggesting. When you say average, it factors everything and everywhere. London is $895,000. I just mean there's a huge difference in different areas. Isn't that true in every single state? Wouldn't it, if I pulled up any state, wouldn't there be some areas that would have an especially low, and other areas within that state that would have an especially high? I thought you said average. Median's most fair. I mean, there's a huge difference in different areas. Dallas versus where I live. The part that I'm missing, the part that I'm failing to see is how what you're saying isn't true for every single state. I would say every state in the United States has areas where it's drastically cheaper to live, depending on the surrounding area, and other spots in that same state that would be incredibly more expensive. And that would be the whole reason, in my mind, that if I was going to compare state to state, I should use the median so that it factors all of those numbers in order to give you a means to compare in a somewhat fair way. Everyone wants to live where I am? I don't think so, Justin. Texas is huge with a lot of terrible places to live that will affect the results. And again, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself, but isn't that true of every single state in the United States? Or am I it's also possible I'm missing something. But as far as I see it, everything that people are saying about specific states holds true for every single state. So I don't necessarily understand the point. Hello, Mary. You lived in your house for only 10 years, and the estimate's gone up over 100K. There you go. Very nice, Fairly Dog parents. Jen, here's what I'm saying. 99 stars from JR. Thank you, JR. Coming through with the support. You are the superstar leader. The star drop is for you. I apologize if it's coming across like I'm being argumentative. My goal right now, I promise you, is not to be argumentative or to be oppositional. I'm quite literally trying to express where I'm failing to understand the relevance of the points being made. But if it's coming across as insulting or aggressive, I apologize, because I promise you that's not at all where my heart's at. 31 Massachusetts could fit into Texas. Yep, I agree with that. I just still don't see the relevance. But I definitely agree. How many New Jerseys would fit into Texas? I don't know, probably a lot. Okay, we'll try this in the run 2 more times. I don't know how we're going to get the last one. The last jump. No way. Oh, we actually overshot it.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
I guess if I meant the difference in the rich areas versus the poor areas is greater in Texas, or the gap is wider. Okay, I follow that logic. The part that I'm failing to get to, Jen, is what is the means by which would be more fair to compare a state like Massachusetts to a state like Texas? What is the way to account for that larger gap you're talking about that goes beyond taking the median of the best and the worst of both? That, to me, is the one and only way available to try to compare those two things. I think it's fair to say no comparison would be perfectly aligned. You'd need the 2 states to be exactly the same size, have exactly the same rate, all that kind of stuff, which that doesn't even make sense. So that's part of why I don't disagree with the point that there is a large difference between rich and poor areas, but I can promise you in Massachusetts that holds true as well. There's high and low places in every state, exactly. I think it's better to look specifically at the city or part of city to do comparisons. So you just think state-to-state comparisons shouldn't even exist? I don't get it. I really don't. I'm trying, though. I am genuinely trying here. We got through the level, Arjun and Justin. There we go, Jess and Fairly Dodd parents. The median listing price in Boston around $985,000, while in Dallas it's around $449,000. So Pat is still right. This is the reality. I don't even think I have anything to be right about. My entire side of this argument is me trying to understand the relevance of wider gaps existing in some states and what you're meant to do in order to fairly compare state to state. Because outside of using the median, I don't understand how you could address that in any way, shape, or form. Using median data is the easiest way to compare, as it takes out the extremes on the high and low to get a better picture than what the average would produce. Okay, Midnight. I follow that. That all makes sense. That checks out for me. 25 lives, 3 clears. Unclear. 10 people been here. 1 person liked it. Oh, come on, bro. Oh, come on, man. I'll try one more. Oh my gosh, bro. So now we're looking for a switch. We found the switch. Oops. All right, last time we entered a door, we had to act fast, so I gotta be ready here. Are you kidding, bro? Good. All right, we got a pretty good level here. Thinking comparing a county to a county would want to live in, but that... Okay, this is the thing, people. I do appreciate that you have the option to go to zoom in further. And I'm not debating that zooming in further would get you a more reliably accurate comparison. That was never on the table. The context that came up is, hey, come on down to Texas. And I said, oh, I'd be curious to know what the Texas housing market looks like compared to the Massachusetts, Texas. I had no desire or function behind saying, oh, this specific Boston area in Massachusetts versus the Houston area in Texas. That was never what I was trying to do. So that's why that feels like a point that's not even connected to what happened. There's always a way to further refine and make data clearer, but that doesn't go against the starting point. You know what I'm saying? What are you streaming these days? Mario Maker 2 here, JR. Would I consider moving out home state to somewhere less expensive? Yeah. It's funny you say that because that's the whole point. This is what my ultimate dream at this point is, to leave one of the most expensive places on earth to live and get where it's half or less. And my whole life would look wildly and entirely different if everything wasn't related to affording a mortgage. That is where I'm so salty. Yeah. Thought it would be skewed because of the larger data set from rural areas in Texas. Difficult to move because of family. Can we go back to pizza? Talk about whatever you want, people, as long as it's family friendly. This is a Mario Maker 2, Corey. Yeah, it's a classic for sure. That's not good. That helps. I probably need that shell, huh? This is actually really dangerous. See what I mean? Ouch. Illinois, less than 300K. That's where I gotta be. Why is the sky blue? Good question. Sorry, you started. Well, Jen, that's the thing. I never took what you were saying to be starting trouble. If the intensity has grown on my side, it is due to a strong desire to understand. I believe you have a point. I'm just, regardless of the effort I'm putting forth, I'm failing to be able to grasp it. But no part of me thinks that you're trying to start trouble. You've been around a long time and never once gone there. And nothing about what you're saying or the way you're saying it makes me think that you are, just being argumentative. And again, that's why I think you do have a point. I'm just failing to understand. So that's where my desire is coming from. Out to Iowa, you paid less than half the Massachusetts for your house and have a nice yard, over 2,000 square feet of finished house. That's what I'm saying, Midnight. I got to do it. I got to get out of Mass. I have got to do it. Did we get a checkpoint? I don't think we did. No. No one's ever cleared it. How are you supposed to get that 50 coin, I wonder? I don't think the shell ended up mattering. Guys, all house shopping? I bet you less than 1% of us can afford to be house shopping. Every state has wealthy and poor areas. That's certainly true. If you stay out of the big cities, it's more affordable. You get taxed on everything. All right, well, there you go. That has been true since the beginning of this conversation. There's been no debate about whether there are some areas that are more affordable and other areas that are less affordable. That much, I feel like we all have an easy time agreeing on. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help. There we go. There we go. Oh, I thought we actually made it. I was so happy for a second. Anything over here? No. All right. What's up, Kyle with an A? Okay, that's interesting. I can't tell if I need to bring a bob-omb or what. Oh, no, because that's as far as it goes. Working while working. It's giving me a lot of fire flowers. Alright, any chance this is the end? Wow, alright! We at least got one up out of the deal. This run's kind of coming together here. Here we go, midnight. There's a Bowser Corey. Thanks, Jess and Fairly Dodd parents. Overall, I think it was great, actually. Now that we've seen the whole thing, pretty good. I'm down with it, buddy. Thanks, Erica. The amazing Double Star Mom 35. Erica G, George, and Adeline. 24 lives, 4 clears. 10-second speed run where I need 10 coins. Is it a 10 coin or 10 individual coins? It's 10 individual coins. 142 people been here, 10 people liked it, 9.7 second world record. What is this, bro? I'll try it outside the run. We'll try it outside the run. Gonna be 100 on the East Coast, Scott. One more reason to not be around here. Can you clear this course? Only one clear. Hey, there we go. Keon. Thanks for bringing the positivity into the stream. Always good to do that. I don't know how you're supposed to start this level. Do I need the spring? Because how do I get that coin? How could I possibly get this coin? What is this? Oh, it's at least 10 coins. Okay, so there's got to be more. Where would I move if I could? Somewhere that's half as much as it costs to live here or less, Scott, which is most places in the United States. Got an audition request. Nice. It came Monday. They could just have another week to submit. All right. Oh, it's motivation? All right, Keon. All right, then.
Oh, no.
Sounds like your heart was in the right place, then. We got to do a late jump there. Still too late. I got to press it a frame earlier. Like that. Oh my gosh. So I have to aim. How is that gonna work, bro? Is that some kind of triple jump? What's up, Sai?
Oh,
I don't get it. Maybe I'm supposed to jump on top? How did I get there too fast? I guess the wall jump is my first jump. The jump off the P-switch is the second jump. And then I've got to do a triple jump on the block facing the spring. So can I don't think I'm allowed to twirl, so I need more height there. I think I got scared away. See, I didn't get the second jump. I can't tell if it's because of the twirl or what. I could jump on top of the spring, but it doesn't seem like I have enough time to do that. See, I got the second jump that time, but I'm not getting it off of the wall for some reason. Would I rather live somewhere warmer or colder? Definitely warmer. Definitely warmer. Ashley doesn't have a mortgage, but you rent, and you have a 3-bedroom bath, $800 a month. Oh my gosh, Ashley, that is incredible. That's less than a third what I pay. You'd have to move area, remote, less populated. You're right, Scott. You are right about that. Size over here, 2-bedroom basement suite, $1,650. What's the go-to song? Want You Back by Jackson 5. Signed, sealed, delivered, Stevie Wonder. Those are pretty great. I don't know what's going on here, Chad. I don't know how I'm supposed to get a triple jump here. Thanks for the share, Mary. What's up, Chris? Maybe you can make it and get that coin. No, there's no way. I don't know what's going on in this level. I don't know, chat. I don't feel like we're making much progress here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting a triple jump, so we'll just leave it alone. We'll go back to the room. When get to key doors, take the left one. Thank you, James. Let's play some Popular Super Expert. Can I do new courses by difficulty? No. Can I do hot courses by difficulty? I can. Only one clear. Easy speedrun wink. 40 seconds to do it. Look at this. Let's try that. What is considered a hot course versus popular? I don't really know what makes the distinction. As you got older, you don't think you'd mind the cold? I've had the opposite experience. I've had the cold my whole life. And as a kid, I thought it was an advantage because you get snow days. I think I have to slide down there. Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I guess the slide again? Is it the same setup? Hello, Steven. Yeah, so you don't even need to worry too much there. This looks like you might have to worry. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's whatever you grow up with, you want the opposite. That could be Corey. That aligns with my experience. Yeah, as a kid, I thought, hey, you get snow days, you get to make snowmen, get to go sledding. Seems like a pretty good deal. And then you start to know people who get really hurt or in bad accidents in the snow, and the fun factor diminishes a little bit. Maybe a lot of bit. What? I have to land and slide for the ending. Good gracious, bro. Can I do that? No, just do what you did with the wall jumps. There we go.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Yeah, no, not too many stories of getting buried at the beach and getting hurt. It's true, Corey. But you'd be shocked to know how many stories you get of ice and snow causing some serious harm to people around here. Thanks, Dave, Erica, and Yaya. Thanks, Spacea. Thanks for the GG, Alex. Oh, I do not want to mow the lawn after the stream. I really do not. I really do not. But I must. I must. I just hope I have enough gas. I have to wear that helmet. I have to jump sooner. Close one. I have to jump very fast on this level. The name of the game in this level is Jump. And don't worry too much about it, just do it. Close. Very nice. Missed the jump button. All right, this is a great level. Nice. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Oh, the mosquitoes. Oh, the bugs are out over here. The bugs are out over here. And you know what we got up here? As a nice little Know what we got up here as a nice little twist, a nice little sprinkle of spice? We have an ever-growing tick population. Let me see if is that just us or maybe that's all over. But let me see. As far as I know, I think that is specific to us. Does Massachusetts have an especially large and growing tick issue? Let's see. I might be off here. I may be off. Massachusetts does have a significant and growing tick issue, driven by several factors, including climate change, land use changes, and the prevalence of disease-carrying tick species. There it is. We have a high prevalence of ticks and tick-borne diseases. A well-documented presence of ticks, particularly black-legged ticks, also called deer ticks, which are the primary vectors for Lyme disease, everybody's favorite. I actually know somebody with that. Ticks are active year-round in Massachusetts when temperatures are above freezing, with peak activity from April to September. What do you know? We're right in there. We're right in the sweet spot. What do you know about that? Wow. Well, that's a fun little thing to sprinkle in. Sprinkle into some of the highest cost of living in the country. Sprinkle in a nice little insect issue that, yeah, that's a nice one. Hello, Primetime. Okay, Double Star said you got a lot of ticks here. You know, several people have got Lymes after camping at our favorite camping place. There you go. What's up, Lee? Have I been bit by a tick? No, I take every precaution. I take every precaution in a way that 99% of people would never even consider, which is not a flex. If anything, it's embarrassing. But just more evidence that I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. That sums up much of my life experience. In the wrong place at the wrong time. That really sums it up. That sums it up pretty well. Pretty well. Sound like Cheers. Love Cheers. Gotta love Cheers. Okay, this is gonna be tough. Good gracious. That's just the first jump. Oh, I approached it wrong. That's how you start it. And that's how you finish it. This one. Oh, and there's ice there. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one. There we go, room one. Hey, a checkpoint! I did not expect that. All right, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that, buddy. That right there was a pleasant surprise. How in the world do I do this? I go here, then here? Okay. I guess I'm going up and around to get the key? No, I'm going up to here. And then what? Oh, okay. Do you have to worry about deer when driving where you are? There's tons of deer? No. I wouldn't say tons of deer. I've seen it here and there, but I don't think we have that issue, thankfully. Am I supposed to get that now? Or later? Because what is the on-off doing? That's the harder way. I should go on the left side. I should do this on the left side. And should I just get this now? I think I should just get that now. Because I can use the red block. No, as soon as I get a fire flower, the level betrays me. If I just do this. No. See? See how it blocked the door instantly, Primetime? That's why I can't just get these. That is the deal there. I almost hit it a few weeks ago. Car behind you got it. Scary because sometimes there's nothing you can do. Yeah, I don't like that. I definitely don't like that one. Okay, so I think this is the right order of operations then. Oh, don't reset. You have a checkpoint. Oh, gosh, bro. This is where I wish I could just press start reset, but I'd lose the checkpoint. I would lose the checkpoint. Okay, almost. Will a POW take out the muncher? It sure would. You just have to be able to activate it. And the one that's on the ground there, I have no way to activate it because we're in Super Mario Bros. So the only means I have to activate a POW is to be under it and hit it with my head. That is the only way. All right. All right. All right. Fun and fair level. Hey, appreciate the follow, Corey. What do I do for work? I was a special educator for 10 years and then got to be a full-time streamer for a few years. And then I had to go back to working full-time in technology. So that's where I'm at now. Thanks for the heart, Tan. Hot courses are recently uploaded, getting popular in a lot of recent clears. Okay, thanks, Midnight, Alex, and Erica. Thanks, Jess. This is a great one. Thanks, Spacer, Tan the Man, Family Godparents. There you go. Thanks, Erica G. Gave a nice compliment. Said I'm good. Love watching you play. That's very sweet of you, Erica G. Can you work from home? I wish, bro. Boy, do I wish. I have never been so stressed at work in my life. I haven't even been half this stressed at work in an entire lifetime of working. And if I was to lose this job, it would guarantee I have to sell my house. So it's kind of a last hope situation. It's a last hope situation. And it is what it is. I never would have bought this house on my own if I knew it was just going to be my own income. Never in a million years would I have bought this house. Not in a million years, but when I did buy this house, is this pixel perfect? I don't know what this lineup is. No, I'm not going to do this. With you, Fairly Dot Pounds. There you go. Yeah, that's what it's coming to. That is what it's coming to. That looks interesting. Let's at least see what this is. You're a cloud engineer. Been in technology for 20 years. There you go, Midnight. That's awesome. And see, I also have a lot of anxiety. So I have a strong concern. I'm going to have a stroke or a heart attack in the next year or two. Oh, this is copyright claim. Never mind. Never mind. I am feeling like I am very much on that track. I strongly feel that I'm on track for a heart attack or a stroke to take me out. So that's not a great feeling. That's not a great feeling, unfortunately. Does not mix well if you're already pretty anxious. But you know what else doesn't mix well? Not having a place to live. That's also not a great mix. Something I wouldn't recommend necessarily. Something I would not recommend. Can you tell this? No, the workplace is great. It's not the job itself is another copyright claim, bro. The job itself is not the issue. It's me in this position. It's the kind of pressure I'm very, very bad at. I'm not someone who can easily just kind of. This looks crazy. It's kind of like, you know how some people like to boss other people around and tell them what to do. Some people enjoy that. Now, that same task done by different people, different personalities, could feel anywhere like a privilege and fun, all the way to the other side to incredibly stressful, difficult. Even though it's the exact same job, it is not necessarily... I already lost. Hello, Logan. A lot of deadlines. Every day is a deadline. Definitely, deadlines is a big part of it, Super Trucker J. Every day we got deadlines. And I have the kind of position in the place where what I do, the average person I work with has no idea what it even is, and it's kind of a joke to them. So that doesn't help things very much either. I'm staying too far right. This is going to work. That is not working. Corey said you lost your whole business after 7 years? Oh my gosh, bro. That's very devastating. Sorry to hear that. Why is this so difficult? You have to tell people what to do? Sort of. It's a complicated mess of responsibilities that I am especially ill-equipped for. Oh my gosh, bro. Wow. During the interview process. Hate doing interviews? I'm confused. You lost your whole business yesterday. You lost your whole business in a day. And now you gotta go to job interviews? Oh, that was closer. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is insane. You haven't had a job in 15 years, you're scared. It's all very confusing. Very confusing situation. Haven't had a job for 15 years, but you owned a business for the past 7. Huh. It's closer. What is that jump? How do I ever make that? Like that? I'm gonna let this one go. I don't fully understand how this is working. School and military before that didn't count as a job. All right, Corey. Sounds like you got an interesting thing going on over there. Reminds you of SpaghettiOs, yeah. Me too, Erica G. Excuse me, as a receptionist. Yeah, there you go, double star. Oh, I see. I see. That's nice of you, Ray Ray. That's what I failed to do. I guess I didn't keep the control stick neutral. Oh, I must not. I must just do that. Almost that. Am I winning? Almost, Bacon. Make you feel better thinking you had at least I'm not Corey? Well, the thing is, Corey, I've learned that it's always a mistake to think you have any understanding how good or bad anybody else has it. Because oftentimes people who appear to have an incredible situation can sometimes be the most depressed and miserable people. And similarly, you look at someone who has an incredibly difficult, stressful situation, and sometimes those can be the happiest people. So that's why I think it's important to not play that sort of comparison game, and I would never say, well, at least I'm not that person, for both of those reasons. Close. Oh, gosh. That's nice, Yako. We all have ups and downs. It's true. But we don't all have the same ups and downs. That is also true. We all have struggles, but we do not all have the same struggles. There's a lot of variance. That was close. Alright, this is pretty cool. Cool level. I'm playing on the Switch 2 prime time. Did you eat mayonnaise sandwiches? Never had mayonnaise sandwiches. Had a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, except I would go just jelly. I would go jelly only, because I had a hard time with peanut butter growing up. Thanks, Alex, Erica Lee, and Yaya. Thanks, Erica G. I know I played that one. Let's try, no, page 2 here. Let's try this one. I do not want to mow the lawn. I do not want to mow the lawn. I gotta fix the weed whacker as well. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, this is gonna be tough. I'm throwing it too late on the second toss, I guess. Does it switch to any better? It loads faster, Susie. It definitely loads faster. Don't mow? I wish I could just not mow. It's way too hot. Well, in the 90s, yeah, it's super hot here right now. It's like 80-something. Huckleberry Finn, pretend you're having fun? Yeah. If only. Cut back. Okay. Yeah, switch to backwards compatible. Backwards compatible. Missed the red coin. Well, progress, sort of. Finally. Three seconds on the clock.
Oh no!
Supposed to feel like 105. Oh my gosh, double star. That might be a nice day to not go outside. Close.
Oh no!
Hey, and Corey, I know this is your first time in the stream, but just a heads up, nothing even remotely political. We're not going to talk about any political figures by name. And hopefully you can get down with that. Because if not, it will be a short path to not being in the chat anymore. Because that's a very strong rule of mine. There's one thing I hear plenty of. It's people's political opinions. This is one place I'd like to not even think about it. There we go.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Okay, cool level. Meant more as a joke, yeah. And that's just it. Two things that people, without bad intentions, will do quite a bit in my chat. Try to make a joke. And be political in a way that they don't think is crossing a line. That is the classic. The classic. But it's interesting that the solution is as simple as just not doing it. But the way that some people behave, you would think that it's actually like this very complicated maze to sort out, as opposed to just talk about anything else. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Almost made it work. That was cool. Thank you for the vines. Oh, I misunderstood. I think those icicles are actually not gonna get me. I have to jump on the third one. One, two, there's our jump. Very, very nice level. Oh my gosh! Okay. Let's go on 3. There you go. Thank you, Mike. The Switch 1 library and physical cards still work on the Switch 2. There it is. Thank you, Mike. It is correct. First thing I did was transfer everything over. Even got to keep all my screenshots. Something happened to the shell. we go. That's the one. Very nice level. Very nice level. The big beetle didn't keep going. Thank you, George. No's getting ready for a big East Coast trip. Wants to take a Switch 2. Trying to convince him to take the family Switch 1 in case something happens to it. Yeah. That would be wiser. That would lower the stakes. Is it true you can play the game but not mod the game? Absolutely. You will... Wait. Let me read the whole thing. Is it true that you can play the game but not mod the game or the Switch 2? And if you do, you can't play online anymore? Well, there's a term going around primetime called brick the Switch. And what it means is if they decide that you have modded a game or modded the Switch 2 or hacked it in any way, shape, or form, the whole Switch will be bricked. I guess that's... Is that a good answer? Thank you, Alex, Eric, Lee. Is there an adjustment from the Switch 2 to the Switch? Is there much adjustment from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2? Well, it loads this game faster. You know what would be a really big adjustment, 3? Is a new Mario game. You know what I mean? Here's the Switch 2 games. What would make it a really big adjustment? How about a platformer? How about... Nintendo has been built on platforming since I was about 2 years old. So it really is shocking to me that here we have the long-awaited brand new Nintendo, been waiting 5 years as a streamer, and it is really incredible. It's really shockingly ironic that here we are. It's now been out, and this is what we have. That's what we have. That's what I have. It is really, really interesting. Oh, I should have liked that. I owe you a like, Lemon Grease. And George, thank you so much for the 200 stars. You are the superstar leader. The star drop is for you. Console. Yeah, that would be a great strategy. It certainly seemed to have worked on every other console ever sold by Nintendo. It really seemed like a pretty great strategy. So it really does baffle me. It really does baffle me that this is the way in which they're doing it, but they know better than me. They're billions, they're worth billions and billions. So clearly they know what they're doing. Clearly they know what they're doing. I have to stay put. Whoa. How much was Welcome Tour? $10. Underwhelmed by the lack of new games and new Mario Kart. Well, I am very surprised by their strategy. But once again, they are an incredibly successful multi-billion-dollar corporation. So they have a lot more credibility than me. They have a lot more credibility than me. Very high likelihood that I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. Thanks, Midnight, Erica, and Lee. All right, I'm going to have to stop putting off the lawn and actually do it now. The lawnmower that I have is over 25 years old. Happy Friday, JD Gaming. Remember the original Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt? Remember that 3? Good morning, Em. Good morning, Ashley. What? Great indication. Very nice. $25. That was a great lawnmower. What's going on with the mower? Well, it doesn't work that well. It doesn't work that well. It basically takes twice as long to cut than it should because it's so old. And it definitely chugs through gas much faster than it should. You've been playing Planet of Lana, a game of Ghibli vibes. It's a chill puzzle platformer. And you can pet the cat. There you go. Did you learn anything new on the welcome tour? Yeah, I learned that they thought it was a good idea to make a big part of the game finding hidden blocks that keep you from going to the next area or actually playing the mini games. When I started it and it hit the mini games, I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Reminds me of Mario Paint. I was getting down with it. And then very quickly, I was met with, oh, you can't actually continue playing mini games until you find all the hidden blocks. And I said, oh, I guess they've made an interesting design choice here. They have made an interesting design choice here. Getting a lot of rain yesterday. There you go, Susie. Run Ego Mower when you got your house. Works well. Don't have to mess with gas or oil. Pricey for a push mower. There you go, Midnight. Sounds great. I'll put it on the bucket list. In 85 years, when my mortgage is paid off, I might be able to splurge on a mower. Great indication of this level. Ooh, we got it. Got away from us. Plus one electric for sure. I would be all about it. Nothing. There would be no opposition on my side. Upgrading the mower. But on the list, I still have a plumbing issue that I got quoted at $30,000 to fix my plumbing issue. That's what sparked getting the bidet. Because now, just no toilet paper can go down my toilet. It's been that way for 2 years now. The bright side has been finding out how great the bidet is. That's the bright side. The not bright side is now I have a $30,000 plumbing issue hanging over my head that if I ever did want to even attempt to sell and find somewhere cheaper, I would be addressing that one way or another, which is a really interesting thing to look forward to. And so whenever I even have the thought of anything like, oh, upgrade the mower, that would be a nice quality of life improvement, doesn't really make sense. Doesn't really make sense to put money there while I have that one of many issues just hanging over my head. No end in sight. So that's the deal with that. Wow. Very nice. I think we played that one on another account. What's going on, Andy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Sell as is a lot of places. Well, that's the thing. Part of the it's an interesting interesting trade-off. If you sell your house when the market's at an all-time high, you have a bright side, you have a good news and a bad news situation. The good news is, much like Susie's saying, you can get away with a lot more. You can sell as is and still hope to have a buyer one way or another. But here's the unfortunate downside that is just as relevant as whatever bonus you can get from selling when it's high, is now you have to find another place while the market is just as high. So now whatever thing you think you gained from the sale is immediately going right out the door for the next thing. So that's kind of the cruel little twist that there's no way to time it right, especially with it like it is right now. Feels like half the people that are even buying houses are buying them to flip them. Do you know what I mean? The average person buying a house is not settling down. It's a very bizarro system we're in at the moment. Bit of a bizarro moment in history here. Have a great day, Lee. Thank you for the GG, Tan.
Oh no!
High price is a double-edged sword. There you go, Suze. That's a perfect way to say it. It's a double-edged sword. You get all that extra, and then it goes right back out the door when you get the next place. Not ideal. Oops. Not ideal. Not a good time to try to do it solo. Maybe one of the worst. Perhaps one of the worst. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Hello, Rigoberto.
Oh no!
Early twirl. Great level. Thanks, 3, Erica, Mike, and M. Thanks, Susie, Rigoberto, Erica G, JD, and Yaya. All right, I'll stop procrastinating after this. What? What is a G-stream? A G-stream is a stream where you're not supposed to say anything that you wouldn't say around like your 10-year-old cousin. Keep it family friendly. Don't talk about politics or religion. What seems like a simple request to some sounds like an impossibility to others. So it's an interesting contrast. It's a very interesting contrast. Whoa. Wow. I don't get bonus points for that. Wow. All right. Well, I made that harder than it needed to be. Hey, thank you so much for the stars, M. You are the superstar leader. The star drop is wrong way. Went to Target and tried to find Mario Kart World Game on Switch 2. It was a demo. Couldn't try the other modes on it. Okay, fair enough, Andy. Your day is coming, my man, for sure. This way. No, I guess I did go the right way. Okay. Where's the on-off? What am I missing, chat? Where's the on-off I'm missing? It's not down here. Do I have Twitch? Yeah, I'm live there right now. Got 15 viewers over there. Shout out to Twitch. There's an arrow there. What am I missing, chat? Keep going to the left by using the bullet bills? What? What? The part of my confusion is the level was incredibly straightforward up to this point, so I don't think that it's something actually tricky. Keep going left. All right, well, we gotta go left. Let's go with left. Aha. Thank you, chat. Yeah, that's fair, Rigoberto. It's Super Pat World on every platform. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, TikTok. It's all the places I'm live right now. And I got at least a couple viewers on all of them, so shout out to the lurkers. Thanks for being here. Sorry, the energy is off. It is what it is. Glad I at least got a stream in one way or another. Thanks so much for being here. Hope to catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks to anyone who hit with any star shares, falls, likes, gifted subs, all the above. Thank you so much for your love and support. And if you are someone that struggles with depression or anxiety, you are not alone in that struggle, my friend. That's something I struggle with. And there are a lot of us struggling. So if you're one of them, make sure you got someone in your life you can talk to about it. A friend, family member, loved one, or therapist. And try to get some movement in your life. Take a walk outside. Find your way to move that you don't dread. Can make a big difference in your day, your physical health, and your mental health. So I encourage you with that. Hold on to hope, believe better days are coming, because you never know. Tomorrow could be the best day of your life, but you got to get there to find out. So hang in there. I'm rooting for you. If you're struggling right now, know that being in the struggle means you're still in the fight, and I'm proud of you for making it this far. Don't give up. I know life can be very overwhelming and hit you with some wild lefts and rights, ups and downs, twists and turns, traumas and tragedies, and have you feeling like everything's a disaster, nothing's going to get better, nobody really cares, nobody understands, there's no getting back what you used to have. All valid feelings, but they're going to lead you to some wildly inaccurate conclusions. The truth is there's some amazing stuff coming in your future. Can't tell you what it's going to be or when it's going to happen, but I can tell you it's coming. And when you're really stressed, anxious, depressed, it can genuinely feel like it ain't coming. And even if it did, it wouldn't make a difference. But the truth is, the logical truth is, it is coming and it will make a difference. I'm not saying it just 180, everything's all better, but it's also not correct to think it's always going to be this bad. It's always going to be the lowest of the low. It won't always, I promise. But having it feel that way can be very overwhelming and just force you down a spiral that you don't want to go down. So I'm rooting for you. If you need a little family-friendly escape, I got you covered with thousands of hours of gaming content scattered across the internet. So make sure you're following Super Pat World, all one word, on every platform you can find me. Thanks for being here. Hope to catch up with you sometime this weekend. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. We'll see. So thanks so much for being here. Hope to catch up with you soon. Until then, have an amazing rest of your Friday. Until next time,